Are you listening?
I think I'm going to steal this thing. It's fast.
Damn.
Like this?
Yeah.
That makes it so much fun.
Yeah.
Now here we have a BMW M4. Now here we have a 2011 Mercedes C63 AMG Coupe. You don't see this very often. Usually you see the 4 doors. Now this car has a V8 6.2 liter engine, which usually produces 457 horsepower. But because of the performance package, it produces 487 horsepower. But this particular one is tuned up to 530 horsepower on the rear wheels. Love it! I would call this a German muscle car because it sounds like it. It's a nice big V8. And this performance package also, I'm not sure which parts exactly, but there are some SLS parts inside the engine. So you really get value for money when you have the performance package. What's also a really nice fact, really cool, I didn't know this, is that the person who builds this engine, his name is here on this plate. Little personal touch, that's nice. For me, what's quite surprising is that this coupe is only 25 kilos lighter than the standard C63 AMG sedan. I think with the performance package, Mercedes or AMG could have made it a bit lighter, I guess. Once again, this is the performance package. You can see it by the red brake calipers, so that's how you can recognize it. But of course, some C63 AMG owners which don't have the performance package for sure would paint or make their brake calipers red. Of course, the quad exhaust system, which sounds really good, you'll hear it in a second. Again, carbon fiber, you know guys, I love carbon fiber. Love this. I think I'm going to steal this thing and put it on my M3. Okay, let's check out how this car looks inside. Very nice. This piece is Alcantara. So I love Alcantara, especially on the steering wheel, because that's the part you're holding most of the time. This is an automatic. Pedal shifts, of course, 7 gears. The seats are really nice. These parts, I don't know how you call them in English, but these side parts are really thick, really big, which give you a lot of side support. That's really important. The seating position is really good in this car. You can go nice and low. The steering wheel can go high, as I like, as it should be, and really nice. And they're also comfortable, so they're quite sporty, the seats, but at the same time they're very comfortable. I'm very curious how this thing drives. Here we are again at the race circuit of Zandvoort. Perfect place to test the car. Welcome to Pure Drive. So, buckle up. Let's get this thing on track. I'm really curious how it drives. I don't really have too much time with this car, so there's a comfort mode, there's a sport mode, sport plus mode, and there's a M, manual mode. It's exactly the same from what I've heard as the S plus, sport plus, but then it becomes a manual. So of course we will do that, and turn off the traction control completely. We like to keep it pure, of course. So I will drive this car only on track for a few laps, just to see how good this car really is. If we talk about pure performance. It's fast. Woo. Now these seats are really nice. They give you a lot of support. It's really good. It's just also sounds like a muscle car. Quick. Also in low RPM it pulls away. It is quite grippy, and before I drove this car I thought it would understeer, but it doesn't understeer that much. It's quite well balanced actually, which is a little bit of a surprise to me. Cannot brake very late with this car, because 1600 something kilos, it's quite something. But you feel the muscle of this car. It's a lot of fun. 530 horsepower on those rear wheels. It's a blast. I have to say the gearbox is not very good. I'm not very happy with that. It's quite slow. But okay, maybe I'm comparing this gearbox with newer gearboxes with double clutch systems. So that's maybe not really fair. But that's a bit of an annoying thing, that the gearbox is a bit sluggish, bit slow. There's a proper racing car overtaking me now. I have to let him go. But still, this is a lot of fun on track. It's a good track toy. Woo! The balance of this car is quite good. So it dives into the suspension quite a lot. But still, it turns in quite well. At one point you do get some understeer. But when you just hit the throttle mid-corner, just a little bit too early, it gives you quite some nice oversteer, which you can play around with, like this. That makes it so much fun. Do feel the weight of this car. Suspension is not the stiffest. The car is quite well balanced, but the suspension is just not very stiff. Now what's really nice about this car is that it's really not snappy. If you have the systems off, so the traction control, it's really predictable. It has such a nice balance. So I would say the only drawback of this car would be its gearbox, and a little bit, and a little bit the suspension, especially with a performance package. In my opinion, that should have been a bit stiffer. but it's so much fun. All day with this car. It's a lot of fun. Now in general, Mercedes compared to BMW M cars, Mercedes AMG cars are considered in general by many people a little bit more luxury, a little bit less hardcore, and a little bit less stiff. And with this car, I say that's true. But it doesn't mean it's less fun. So predictable. Really nice. Oh. This is a lot of fun, a lot of power, a lot of muscle. That's what you feel. The balance is good. Suspension should have been a bit stiffer, to my opinion. On the other hand, it makes it also very comfortable to drive, just from A to B or on long trips. I think this is quite a good combination of those two worlds. Driving on track for half a day or even a full day. And taking it on vacation. Wow, Mercedes, or AMG I should say, nice job, really good. Now I want to thank DF Track Days, Driving Fun, for letting me go on the track again. Thank you guys, appreciate it a lot. I also want to thank my buddy Ertem. It's his car. He's a good friend of mine. He just bought it 2 weeks ago. So it was for him quite a bit exciting, maybe stressful, giving me this car and directly going on track, turning all the systems off. This is my buddy Ertem. Thanks a lot, buddy.
No problem.